China just made a glass chip substrate in months. Intel took 10 years to do the same thing. Not because China is smarter, not because China worked harder, because China already had the one skill that actually matters in this race, and nobody in the West noticed it was there. The chip sitting inside the most powerful AI systems on Earth does not sit directly on silicon. It sits on a substrate, a foundation layer that carries signals between chiplets, manages heat, and determines how many connections you can pack into one package. For 20 years, that substrate was made of plastic. Plastic has hit a wall. It warps under heat. It breaks the microscopic connections holding everything together. The entire AI chip industry needs a new foundation. The answer is glass. At CES 2026, Intel launched the world's first commercial processor built on a glass substrate, the Xeon 6 Plus Clearwater Forest. 10 years of research made into a real product. Intel was first. Intel earned it. Then BioA, a Chinese company that has never designed a chip or operated a semiconductor fab, announced it was moving to mass-produce glass substrates. Not in 10 years, in months. Bowie makes television screens. It has spent 20 years handling enormous sheets of ultra-thin fragile glass at industrial scale with yields high enough to make money. That is the exact skill glass substrate manufacturing needs. Intel spent a decade learning it. B already had it. And in the race to control the physical foundation of every AI chip built in the next decade, that difference may be everything. To understand why glass matters, you need to understand what broke. For 20 years, chips sat on substrates made from organic material. Advanced plastic, essentially. It worked well enough when chips were smaller and cooler. Then AI happened. Modern AI accelerators are enormous. They run hot, and the plastic underneath them expands and contracts unevenly under heat. The industry calls it the warpage wall. The plastic warps just enough to break the microscopic connections holding the chiplets together, connections thinner than a human hair, breaking under thermal stress that the substrate was never designed to handle. This is not a future problem. It is the problem limiting AI chip performance right now. Glass solves it. Glass barely expands under heat. It stays flat. It carries far more connections with far cleaner signals than plastic ever could. Intel saw this coming more than 10 years ago when AI chips were nowhere near the scale they are today. They bet on a problem that did not fully exist yet. And they were right. But being right about the problem is not the same as winning the market. Intel solved the science. Intel shipped first. Intel earned every bit of that first mover advantage, and the lead they built is real. What Intel did not fully anticipate is that the decisive advantage in this race would not come from solving the glass science. It would come from the factory floors of the display industry, and those factory floors are in China. Here is what makes glass substrates brutally hard to manufacture. You have to drill thousands of microscopic holes, each thinner than a human hair, straight through a sheet of glass thinner than a fingernail, without cracking it. Then you fill those holes with metal that expands at a different rate than glass, without the two separating under heat. Then you keep the entire surface flat to within a fraction of a hair's width across the whole panel. Glass is rigid and brittle. It punishes the smallest mistake with invisible cracks that do not show up until months later, when the finished chip suddenly fails. For years, the percentage of glass substrates that survived manufacturing without a defect was so low that commercial production made no financial sense. This is what took Intel 10 years, not because Intel was slow, because the problem was genuinely that hard. They had to invent the processes, the tools, the inspection methods, and the entire approach from scratch. The dominant assumption in the industry was that whoever solved this science first would win. Intel solved it. Intel shipped first. So Intel should win. That assumption turned out to be wrong, because the hardest part of making glass substrates at scale is not drilling the holes or filling them with metal. The hardest part is handling enormous sheets of ultra-thin fragile glass through every step of the process without shattering them. And that is a completely different skill from chip manufacturing. It is a skill from a completely different industry. Now here is the twist that changes everything. What other industry on Earth has spent the last 20 years mastering the precision handling of giant, ultra-thin sheets of flawless glass at industrial scale? Display manufacturing. The screens in your television, your monitor, your phone. BOE has never made a semiconductor. It has never designed a chip or operated a fab. But it has spent 2 decades solving the exact physical challenge that glass substrate manufacturing demands. Moving enormous panels of ultra-thin glass through factory processes at high volume with the yield high enough to make money. The factories are already built. The expertise already exists. The machines are already calibrated. The workforce already knows how to do this at scale. When BO looked at glass substrates, it was not starting from zero. It was starting from 20 years of solved problems that Intel had to learn from scratch. That is the 10 years versus 10 months. Not smarter, not working harder, already standing at the finish line of the hardest part of the race, having built those skills for televisions while everyone else was still figuring out how to run. BOE has deployed standardized glass core substrates featuring high strength and ultra-low warpage, primarily targeting AI chips, with mass production slated for after 2026. The speed of that move is what should stop you. And it is not just BOE. The entire Chinese supply chain is mobilizing simultaneously. This is the strategic detail that matters most. Chinese suppliers are deliberately trying to stand up entire manufacturing flows all at once to shorten time to market, rather than scaling up incrementally the way the rest of the industry does. Visionox, one of China's leading display manufacturers, is investing 5 billion yuan into a new project that accelerates its glass substrate work, building out its materials and equipment supply chain. On the equipment side, Chinese manufacturers such as Hans Laser have begun delivering domestically produced TGV laser drilling equipment, addressing one of the key bottlenecks in glass substrate manufacturing. Packaging companies including Tongfu Microelectronics have already developed through glass via packaging capability, with product-level applications expected between 2026 and 2027. Chinese PCB manufacturer AKM Meadville has established a pilot production line, while OSAT firm Yunxin Semiconductor has already been incorporated into Huawei's supply chain, gaining recognition for its glass substrate technology. Intel built glass chips the careful way, one validated step at a time over a decade. China is building the whole chain simultaneously in parallel. One philosophy is methodical, the other is explosive. And in a market where being first to high volume is everything, explosive tends to win. Here is the pattern that explains exactly why this matters. Inventing a technology first does not mean you win the market. What wins the market is reaching high volume production first, then accumulating the manufacturing knowledge that only comes from running millions of real units through real factories. Every substrate that passes through a production line teaches the factory something. Every defect solved becomes knowledge that cannot be bought or copied. The company that reaches mass production first starts climbing that learning curve first, and the customers who design their chips around that supplier's specifications do not switch easily. Requalifying a new supplier costs years and enormous risk. This is exactly the dynamic that made TSMC nearly untouchable. TSMC did not win because it permanently had better technology than everyone else. It won because it reached massive volume first, learned faster than anyone could catch up, and locked in customers whose own roadmaps became dependent on it. Intel, with painful irony, spent years on the receiving end of that exact lesson. Technologically capable, but behind on volume manufacturing. Now the same pattern is repeating. Except this time Intel is the one holding the early invention while someone else races toward the volume. Being first to invent gets you a headline. Being first to volume gets you the industry. The stakes of this race are larger than one company or one material. Glass substrates are not just a better version of what chips already use. They are the foundation for the next generation of AI hardware. Intel has achieved a 10 times increase in interconnect density through laser etched through glass vias. In the long term, Experts predict that glass substrates will enable three-dimensional stacked AI systems where memory, logic, and optical communication are all fused into a single transparent brick of compute. Whoever controls glass substrate manufacturing at scale will control the physical foundation of every major AI system built in the next decade. The data centers being constructed right now to train large language models, the inference chips running AI at the edge, the next generation of processors that make today's hardware look primitive, all of them will sit on glass. And the company that produces that glass at the highest volume, the lowest cost, and the most consistent quality will occupy the same strategic position in AI hardware that TSMC has occupied in chip manufacturing for 30 years. China is not trying to copy Intel's chip technology. It is trying to own the substrate that every chip from every company in the world will eventually need to sit on. That is a different, and in some ways more powerful position than being a chip manufacturer at all. Now here is what the honest picture looks like, because this is not a finished story. Intel genuinely shipped first. The launch of Intel's Xeon 6 Plus Clearwater Forest at CES 2026 marks the world's first successful high-volume implementation of glass core substrates in a commercial CPU. That real commercial first-mover advantage matters enormously. Samsung is targeting mass production in the second half of 2026, with a pilot line already producing samples. Intel has laid out a glass substrate roadmap targeting 2030 to secure a technological edge. Most companies have set mass production targets between 2027 and 2030, and there is a real catch on China's side too. Glass is famously fragile. Microscopic impacts during cleanroom transport can shatter an entire panel. The adhesion issues between smooth glass and metal routing are not fully solved. Some analysts think large-scale commercial penetration will not really arrive until 2028 for anyone, China included. This is a four-way race between Intel, Samsung, TSMC, and China's manufacturers. Not a finished story. The honest framing is not that China crushed Intel. It is that Intel spent a decade earning a lead that China's display industry may erase in a fraction of the time. Not by out-inventing anyone. By realizing the hardest part of this particular race was something China had already mastered for televisions. Here is the bigger pattern underneath this specific story. This is not the first time China has shown up to a technology race from an adjacent industry and moved faster than anyone expected. Solar panels were a Western invention. China built the manufacturing scale that drove costs down 97% and now supplies 65% of global demand. Lithium-ion batteries were pioneered in Japan and commercialized in America. China built the gigafactories and now controls 75% of global battery production. Electric vehicles were invented in the West. China became the world's largest EV market and manufacturer within a decade. In every one of those cases, China did not win by out-inventing the original technology. It won by identifying the manufacturing bottleneck, building the industrial scale to solve it, and reaching the volume that creates compounding advantages nobody can easily reverse. Glass substrates are the same pattern. The invention happened at Intel. The manufacturing bottleneck is glass handling. The industrial scale to solve it exists in China's display factories. The race to volume is happening right now. The pattern is not new, but the speed at which it keeps repeating is something the West has not found an answer to. Here is the full picture. Intel spent 10 years solving a genuinely hard scientific and engineering problem. They shipped first, they earned the headline, and they may still win. Samsung is closing fast. TSMC is entering the race. The entire industry is moving. But here is the variable nobody fully priced in. The hardest part of glass substrate manufacturing is not the chip science. It is the glass handling, and the company best positioned to solve the glass handling problem at scale spent 20 years perfecting that exact skill for a completely unrelated product. China did not enter this race by cracking a new code. It entered by realizing the code had already been cracked in its display factories. Bowie, Visionox, AKM, Yunchen, Hans Laser, an entire ecosystem mobilizing at once, deliberately building the complete supply chain in parallel, rather than sequentially. The AI chip market is projected to exceed $500 billion annually before 2030. The substrate every one of those chips sits on is becoming glass. Whoever controls that substrate at scale will occupy a choke point in AI hardware as powerful as any position in the semiconductor industry today. Intel invented the glass chip. But the race is not over, and the company currently best positioned to reach the volume that turns an invention into a monopoly does not make chips at all. It makes television screens. Subscribe if you want to follow this race before the outcome is obvious. And leave your answer below. Does the company that invents a technology deserve to win, or does it belong to whoever manufactures it best?